Hey everyone, I'm Andrew, and welcome to Tech Check. In today's video, I'll be unboxing the Be Quiet Dark Rock 4 Tower Style CPU Cooler. Quickly looking over the box, as you can see, it's got the Be Quiet branding, letting you know that it's a Dark Rock 4 model with a picture of the cooler right on the front that should be inside, also telling you that it's in Be Quiet's high-end line of CPU coolers. Looking at the left side of the box, it has a QR code that you can scan to get some more product information on this CPU cooler, as well as telling you that it's got a 200-watt TDP and their website in the bottom corner, bequiet.com. Flipping over to the opposite side, it has a bit more information, telling you a little bit about Be Quiet themselves, then the technical data for the complete cooler unit, which has things like the dimensions, which you'll want to check to make sure that you can actually close your side panel and this will fit inside your case, the socket compatibility, telling you whether it will actually fit on your motherboard or in CPU or not. And then just under that, you have the technical data for the fan, which is letting you know that it's a 135 millimeter fan that at 100% max speed runs at 1400 RPM and has a lifespan of 300,000 hours, as well as having a 4-pin PWM connector. On the very bottom here, it has a list of the accessories included. I'm not going to read them all out. If you want to, you can pause and check that out. I'll leave that for a second. But other than that, not really much more information there. So we're going to flip it over and check over the back. Looking at the back of the box, on the top right here, lets you know again that this is the Dark Rock 4, on the top right by Be Quiet. And just underneath that, you have just a couple little blurbs giving you some maybe promotional information about the product itself, letting you know that it has a virtually inaudible operation with its 135 millimeter PWM fan with a maximum of 21.4 dBs when this fan's running at maximum speed. It has an immense cooling performance with its 6 heat pipes and airflow optimized wave contoured cooling fins that have small dots on their surfaces to increase air circulation. Down on the bottom shows you that it has a single tower design with this layout giving you a cooling power of 200 watts TDP and it supports an additional 120 millimeter fan on the opposite side here. Why not an additional 135? I'm not really sure, maybe for space reasons, but yeah, you can put at least an extra 120 millimeter fan on the opposite side. And over in the bottom right corner, the last thing, it's letting you know that it has a user-friendly elegance because the black installation kit is easy to understand and simple to mount from above. Well, now that I've told you some of the features and looked over the box, it's time to open it up and get a look at it. So to do that, what you have to do is just flip this right here, and there's no tape or anything sealing this, so there's nothing you have to cut. Hassle-free opening. This wasn't even very tight, so once you flip that, you just got to lift up the lid, which I'm going to pull towards myself because the writing had it that way, I guess. And then you've got these two flaps here, and as you can see, what this seems to be, oh yeah, the fan, as you can see, Be Quiet, silent wings. But we just flip this around so you can see that. Right there, you have the Be Quiet silent wings, 12 volt, 0.4 amps, 1400 RPM. So this is going to be your 135 millimeter fan that's included. Take a look at that in a minute. Just put it to the side. And oh, there you have right there the brushed aluminum finish. You know, that elegance, right? With Be Quiet right there. It's kind of embossed in there. Just it's grooved in there. You can feel it. On the right here, looks like you have a little accessories box, which take a look at in a minute. It is sealed, so I can't really just... Oh, maybe I can just open it up. Let's see. Okay, here we go. We have Dark Rock 4. So you got some manuals and stuff. Not going to take a look at that. And then, of course, where your accessories are. So we throw that to the side. Just until we get everything out of the box. And last but not least, we are left with what I'm assuming is the tower cooler. So I'm just going to flip this box actually on its side. We're going to pull this out. This has that nice foam that I love and everybody else seems to love. It's just protects so good. Throw this box to the side. Oh, I got caught up. There we go. Box is gone. Flip this back up. And there you have your Be Quiet cooler. Let's just get these right off. There you go. And you had a little foam piece on the bottom, actually, if you didn't see that. That was sitting down there covering that. Or covering that way. There you go. So the base plate was protected too. There's no pre-applied thermal paste, but there is a piece of plastic here. As it says, please peel off label before you use it, or your thermals will go through the roof. If it doesn't just thermally throttle itself and shut down. But yeah, so there's the cooler out of the foam packaging. Just going to throw this packaging to the side, and we'll be right back. Alright, so here we have everything that I pulled out of the box. You have the tower cooler itself right here. What seems to be the fan, because there's no fan anywhere else, so I would guess that's the fan. And a little accessories box that has what seems to be some manuals in multiple languages, I would guess, because they all seem to be the same thing. But we'll check that out in a minute. First things first, let's just go in order of how we took it out of the box. Which means we're going to start with the fan. So move everything over to the side. And check this out. This fan comes in this cardboard container. Yeah, it is the fan. There you go. Nice big hub with the Be Quiet logo right in the center there. I keep thinking this is 120 millimeter, but it's not. It's 135. That's why it's that little bit bigger. Oh, you have the braided type cable right there. So yeah, it's not just ugly fan wires. It does have a sleeve on it. I wouldn't say braided. I would say sleeved cable. And then, all right, that actually is really smooth. I have a few Be Quiet fans in my case right now. I have a Be Quiet, the AF cooler, the top-down one, and as they say, they are quiet. So I'm a big fan of Be Quiet, and I'm guessing I'm going to be a big fan of this fan. Oh God, I really hope you guys don't hate me for that. Now, on the back here, you can see that this is the Be Quiet Silent Wings fan, as we already went over, as the information you may need to know about it, made in China, I guess their model or their creation date, whatever it is. But yeah, so that's the fan that's included. Not much information on that. There is, as I said, the 4-pin PWM. It is sleeved basically right to the edge, so that's good, and connects in this top corner here. Another thing I always show with these fans that sometimes I forget, but I go back to, you do have the arrows on this fan, letting you know that the air direction, as you can see, it goes through that way and, well, through that way and pushes towards that way, so it would be coming out here and towards that way. So yeah, that's another nice thing they add. It's not like most fans though. As you can see, these corners don't come right to the end. So putting this, actually installing it as a case fan, if you don't want to use it as a tower style cooler fan, I'm not sure how that's going to go. But with the corners being like that, it does help for cable management, meaning you can route it maybe under the clip or something to keep it out of the way if you need to. Just a little trick I've learned over time using these fans. But yeah, so let's move on to the next part. Alright, so the next package that we pulled out of the box is this little one right here. On top, we have what I'm assuming is the manuals, as Be Quiet likes to include a lot of manuals with their products. If I just flip this over, as you can see, yep, this one here is, say, the Russian, RU for Russia, DE. You know, let's look for the English one. There's the English one right here. We'll check that out first. There is also, let's just go through the rest so you all know, there is also a French, Spanish, and PL, which Polish, maybe? I'm not really sure. But yeah, so we have the English one right here. And in it, you can see a list of everything that you should have, the parts names, and how many you should have. You got your warranty, your little introduction. Do I have this completely folded out? No, not yet. So this is like a full page sheet that's folded multiple times. It has black and white with some color instructions. But it's great that it's giving you all this different information. You have the LGA 2011, the 1150, 51, 55, 56, 1366 bracket installation. So yeah, all your bracket installations are right there. AM2, 3, 4, F1, FM2. And then of course your limited warranty. All the information you could ever need to know. All of the other ones are going to be the exact same in whatever language, of course, you need. If there isn't one in your language, I'm sure you can contact Be Quiet. They've been great with me before for replacement parts and stuff like that. But that's it for the manuals. Looking at the accessory kits, just throw that box to the side. Oh, make sure there's nothing left in it. Nope, nothing left in it. As you can see, this is the installation brackets. So they come in a nice, thick, reusable plastic bag. Well, I wouldn't say reusable. You're not going to get much use out of it. You're just going to keep whatever you don't use in it, right? So starting with this right here, I'm not going to take all these out of the boxes because they are, as you can see, labeled for exactly what you need. Like if you have an Intel installation, you're going to need this bag right here. If you have an AMD installation, you're going to need this bag right here. Then as well as those, what you have is your clips, which, okay, they do have an extra set of clips, which that's good. You don't have to buy them or anything. But one set of these will go on your fan. And, well, I'll show you. I'll install the 135 millimeter on this, and I'll need 2 of those to do it. The other 2 are for, as it said, it supports second 120 millimeter fan. So that's what you would use these for. We'll just leave those to the side and check out what's left. Over here you have a little bracket, which I believe goes through the middle of this tower style CPU cooler. If we bring it over, see if it fits there. Yeah, fits right in the middle. Does it go a certain way? Does it catch anywhere? There you go. So yes, okay. What you're gonna want is these 2 lines will obviously be on top, and these grooves click in to a certain position inside the cooler. You can feel it when it does it, and kind of locks in. So that's how, then you'll use these 2 screws right here. Let me just center this on each side. I don't know why you can't see that. On also, where's the included screwdriver? Okay, I'm gonna have to look through the packaging again, but yeah. So that's the last thing that was included in this package. We just throw that to the side with the 2 included screws. And I guess that leads us up to looking at the actual tower cooler. Let me move some stuff to the side and we can get onto it. All right, now that we've taken a look at everything else and already, I guess, taken a little bit of a look at this, it's time for the main feature, being the actual tower of this tower style CPU cooler. As you can see, it does have that nice brushed aluminum black look on top with the Be Quiet logo and the 6 heat pipes on each side, little covers over them, you know, just to make it look a little bit better. The cover is held on by 1, 2, 3, 4 hex style screws, I believe. Yeah, it's not Torx, it's hex. Then looking through the actual fins itself, as you can see, there's a fair distance between. I'm not sure if the camera will pick up right through as it's black. I'm going underneath. Let's see. There you go. I put my hand underneath. Nice and clear, nice and clean. Doesn't seem to be any defects anywhere. Along the sides, you do have 2 thick rubber pads protruding, which would be used for anti-vibration when you install the fan, which if I just bring the fan over here, you can see that would just be put, I don't know if it goes this way or this way yet. I have to figure that out in a second. But yeah, so the clips would go in here, holding the fan against the fins, well actually against the rubber pads, stopping any vibration from transferring through and causing any excess noise that you really don't want. Again, being a Be Quiet product, they're all about being quiet. Then flipping over to the bottom, you can see it does have the 6 heat pipes, 3 on the inside, 3 on the outside, that go straight through. So, oh, okay, it's actually, yeah, these 3 go all the way from outside to outside. I thought it would be inside to outside, but it's not. Here are those small dots on the fins. I didn't know if I'd be able to show it, but yeah, this is a good view that they were talking about for the airflow optimization, is the airflows over it, as well as the curved nature of it. The opposite side is actually a little bit different. If you notice, it has, how can I get a good view of this? Let's see. There you go. You can see how it's got a cutout, up, and then it's like reversed to the next row, and then back, and then reversed, and then back. So I'm sure that's to help with cooling, but it's also a pretty neat design. And then the bottom is, as I said earlier, does have no pre-applied thermal paste, but does have this little sticker, the peel sticker. I'm not going to take off right now because I'm not going to use it yet, but you're going to want to pull this off before use, or else it's going to be a bad day. Alright, so I took a quick second to check the manual because I really thought I was missing a screwdriver that's supposed to be included with this. However, looking through the manual, I actually found out that no, it's in here. It's just in the included foam packaging that I tossed as soon as I pulled it out of the box. So that's why I missed it. It's actually not that heavy, but it is a very nice screwdriver with a little stubby handle and a nice long shaft. So first things first, when you want to install this fan on the tower cooler, you're going to have to go through your included brackets and find the shorter ones. Because as you can tell, on this 135 millimeter fan, the bracket doesn't go all the way to the edges. It's more centered in the fan. So you don't need as much length on the metal piece to reach back to where it clips into the actual heatsink fins. And looking at them both, I can tell that these 2 on my left here are actually the shorter ones. So I'm going to put the 2 on the right, which are longer, would be for regular size 120 millimeter fan with a regular size base there. But now that those are to the side, what you want to do with these right here is clip them. Well, first things first, let's lay the heatsink tower down. And you want to set the fan up on the heatsink tower to where you think you're probably going to need it. I have low profile RAM, so I'm basically just going to center it and should be good for me. Unfortunately, I don't have a case I can install this in yet. I'm still waiting for that, as you know, COVID has killed like shipping and price, everything. Everything's gone crazy because of it. But anyways, back to fan installation. Let's not get into that. What you want to do is take the little sides here and just clip one in to each hole, and then fold it over, pull it down, and if I can get it on camera here, you want to clip it into the edge of this heatsink here. As you can see, maybe if I pull it down there we go. Okay, so if you angle it in a little bit, flip that in, and then it's nice and secure right there. It's held in by these two little holes that you put it in. The bracket holds it nice and tight, and then you just want to do the exact same thing on the opposite side, trying to get them between the same fins on each side, just, you know, to make it so your fan's sitting level. There's not extra pressure on any side. You've got even pressure against all the blades. So it would seem to be that this is in the first, second, third, fourth hole from the top, and the first, second, third, fourth hole from the bottom. So that's what we're going to try and aim for. That's the first, second, third, fourth. We put it in there, and because it's the same length, it should go directly into the fourth hole. Oh, maybe not. There we go. Right there. So that's how you install your fan on the Be Quiet Dark Rock 4 CPU tower cooler. Well, thanks for watching my unboxing of the Be Quiet Dark Rock 4 tower style CPU cooler. If you're interested in learning more about this cooler, or possibly picking one up for yourself, I'll have some links posted in the description below where you can do just that. And if you like this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up, leave a comment, and possibly subscribe. I'm Andrew, and this was Tech Check.